What is going on, YouTube? I'm Brandon. You are back in the Gilstrap Garage, and today's not going to be too exciting. We're going to get into my Dyna a little bit, not too far. It's currently Monday, February 10th. This video is going to come out in I think like 3 days from now. And I didn't get to do really any of the bike stuff that I like to try to do on the weekends because I was setting myself up to be a little bit more successful for the bike stuff. Let me show you. I built myself a workbench. I've realized now how dark it is in this corner over here, but I was sick of not having any workspace, sick of tripping all over these boxes, and having a workbench over here that was not usable because it had a drill press and my grinder and everything on it. So I tore it down. I don't use the drill press very often, but I tucked it away to where I can get to it when I need it. And I'm going to work on cleaning this up a little bit more. But I have some more usable space. Now all I need is some cabinets to get rid of this crappy shelf made out of a closet door. I think what we're going to do today is start setting up this Koso 2018 and up heads-up display for my Dyna. I've realized after editing some of these videos, watching some of these videos, that there's just a lot that's going on all through here. Like, I swore I was gonna dial this in more and make like a nice 3D printed one and this, that, and the other, and I'm just really not feeling it. I was in love with the Mickey Mouse ears at one point. I think I'm gonna change it up a little bit, and I'm gonna switch to that heads-up display. I'm gonna keep the Power Vision on the shelf. The tune is put onto the bike, but it's really not doing me any good because if you'll notice, I don't get any of the visibility that is normally found with the Power Vision. If I would have had an 06, I would have got like head temp. I can get battery voltage. That's one of them. That's normally the screen that I leave it on, actually. The trip, it'll tell me how much fuel I use. But for the gauges, I really don't get anything. What I'm getting at is the thing is basically for show, and in my mind, it's not even really looking that good these days. So we're gonna strip this down a little bit, and I think really the only goal I have is to see how the little adapter, the little can adapter fits. It's like child-proof packaging. So, we got some splicing to do. Let's read some instructions. Okay, so these are going to be neutral light, oil pressure light, high beam light, which I was worried about because I had cut these. So that's cool. Okay, there's all those. This is going to be pretty simple. I had to purchase a new top clamp for my risers in order to accept these. So I think it's going to be pretty self-explanatory. My only thing is going to be, where do I hide this thing at? So my initial thought, because I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of this, and I'm actually going to be getting rid of the majority, if not all, of the hand controls eventually, because I'm going to move my ignition to a key switch. So it's just going to fire up like you're starting a car. We're not going to run the fuel pump, or the fuel pump's going to be tied into the key on position, and then the ignition, the start button, is going to be tied into the starter. So, I mean, it's going to be, we're going to clean this thing up quite a bit. I guess it's going to take a little bit of thinking here, but we're going to figure out how we want to do this. I'm going to turn the camera off. Actually, I'm going to pull the windshield off real quick. This thing is filled. This whole bike is filthy anyway. So this atrocious plug here, which is part of the reason I want to change this up, is this is all tied into my phone charger, all my dummy lights, and that's pretty much it. Here's my speedometer here. Pull that to the front. That's my speedo harness. Did I order the wrong deal here? You know what, guys? I think we're just gonna go extreme real quick. I think I'm gonna take off the tank to help me get to some of these wires, figure out exactly how I'm gonna run them, and then depending, I might pull off the back fender so I can pull out all the wires out of the neck. So, I don't know, I'm ready to escalate it if you are. This is the hardest thing on a Dyna right here. Basically what I'm trying to do is get all my plugs exposed here. And you gotta take the loop that's in the back of the bike, kind of push down and pull forward. It would be nice to have the lift right now, but you know, this kind of reminds me of when I first started working on bikes. I'm just excited to do a project for myself and figure it out and do something I've never done before. I don't know, something about it is fun. Okay, fender's off. All right. And after all that work, I think I just realized what my problem is. In fact, I've been looking for the plug that leads to this? No, not that. This. I've been looking for that plug. I just realized after pulling those wires out, which I needed to do anyway, that it is behind the speedometer housing. Freaking idiot. Watch. You're never gonna believe this. There's the clip there. Just don't know which way it goes. That way. Hell yeah. Sweet. It works. So now the question is going to be, where do I hide it? Where do I hide it? What to do next? I don't know. Do I leave it at this? Do we pick this up in a couple days when I have a little bit more time? Do I pull the headlight off? Yeah, I can pull the headlight off. I'll do that. I got some sweet new bolts for the tops of these headlights. Those are going to be cool. So this is my little janky power and ground that I ran to supply my phone charger, which I have a new plan for that too. Snip them. I don't need them. This harness is going to be very important. This is going to help me figure out how I'm going to run everything and hide everything. And yeah. It's going to be a lot of thinking, a lot of planning. It's extremely hard for me to make entertaining YouTube videos when I'm in deep concentration, because I just get lost in it and I get a idea in my head and I have a really hard time explaining what the idea is until it's done. Then I can say, oh yeah, I did all this. This is how I did it. This is why I did it. But the executing and explaining as I'm doing it, it's kind of hard for me to do. So we're going to get through it. We're going to do some cool stuff here. I'll probably snake out my little lift and get this thing stood up straight and bring it up to like waist level, so I'm not hunched over working on this thing. But I'm excited. I wish I would have done one more fat burnout before I tore it all apart. I still will. I'm going to do a roller. I'm going to do a roll and burnout. Up on the tank, up on the bars, dump the clutch, and do a roller. I'm determined. I need to take some of the meat off the side of those tires. I moved to the Midwest and I don't wear out the sides of any of my god dang tires. Do I take more apart? I could take this whole gauge cluster off. Might as well. Might as well strip it down. I'm here. I'm working on it. Alright, we're going to eliminate the Mickey Mouse ears.
Making them bigger bikes?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Mickey.
What happened to it, huh? I stripped it down. I got a wild hair at my ass, and now here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. Really committed now. And this is going to go on long enough to where when the weather's going to get nice, I'm going to see people ride them and be like, oh, I want to put my bike back together. But it's going to be worth it, because it's going to be sick by the time I'm done with it. Give me like 5-10 more minutes out here. I'll be done. I'm just going to pull a couple things off.
What are you trying to do?
Did you tell him you're quitting?
No.
You're really just about to not show back up, huh? It's weight reduction too. This is race bike stuff. Just kidding. Not yet anyway. A couple more years I'll be putting a 98 kit, 95 or 98 kit in this thing. Watch me. Oh, I gotta pull down the whole battery box for that thing. Ah. See, this is how these projects get you. It's like one more. Oh, one more. Oh, one more little thing. And before you know it, 2 a.m. You're sad because your projects are kicking your. I'm gonna actually have to pull that battery box out of the way anyway. Might as well do it now. I'm here. If any of you guys have some kind of nostalgic battery box and fuse box covers, let me know. I've been wanting to change these ones up to something classy and classic. Oh, that's tight. Probably gonna get rid of that side bag. I kind of had to chop that thing up to put that side bag on there. Ran it for a couple years and it's cool, but I just fall out of love with some of these ideas. I start to realize after a while maybe they don't look as good as I thought they looked, and maybe there's a reason why other people aren't doing it. You know, you try to be innovative and fun and exciting, and then you kind of just look at it and go, yeah, that ain't it right there. Anyone else take their batteries off like they're defusing a bomb? Oh man. All right, well now I can get this out. Complete this mission. So in just over an hour, we have completely, well, not completely, but dang well tore down this Dyna to get ahead of some of the projects that I've been looking forward to doing. Heads up display, it's gonna be awesome. I mean, I wanted to change this up. There's just a lot of little stuff that I'm not gonna be invested in too much money with, and it's just gonna make a world of difference. I've got stuff to rebuild the front suspension. So before you know it, I'm gonna be pulling actually the entire front end of this off once I have some of the electrical figured out. And we're gonna do like a really nice race tech suspension. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna take the time. I'm gonna set up my suspension like I've never set it up before. So I'm kind of on a mission in my own head. And then I'm gonna be doing one for a friend of mine on his 49 mil Dyna, and it's gonna be sweet. I'm excited for it. So let's check it out. We're down to nothing. Headlights off. Big bulky gauge setup is off. I really like the minimalistic look that I can see right here is awesome. Like this is pretty much what it's gonna be with the little display in the middle. I'm gonna completely eliminate the left controls. Possibly the right. I got to figure out if I can give up my throttle lock or not. I might just eliminate the wiring for now and figure out the control side of it later. Because I mean, this on the longer rides, that's the ticket right there. And I really don't want to give up my brake light switch for the front, but I've already got a couple ideas in my head on how to work around the brake light switch. We're now set up to do that ignition. That ignition's going to be real easy. So it's going to be coming along. I mean, really the next step is going to be pulling all of the wiring out of the neck. And basically, I hate chopping wire harnesses. That's really not something that I do. But I think I can do it carefully enough to where if it ever had to go back together, it could. I'll keep everything, label everything. And this bike's really not going anywhere. I mean, the goal is to have my bike, this one, her bike, that one, and our bike, a touring model. That's 3 bikes in the stable is what I'm going for here. So it doesn't really matter how I chop this up, what I do to it. It's not going anywhere. So one thing I really need, so there's always the wants and the needs. I'm doing a lot of the wants right now because I could have came home and rode this motorcycle today. I didn't have to tear this apart. One of the things I need to do to my bike besides tires is a thunder header bracket. Mine is cracking. They're notorious for cracking. I see the rust starting in the weld down there. Just something that I got to address. So that's what I need to do. I need to announce the winner. Not really a winner per se, but the first person to purchase a t-shirt. Oh, here it is. Dwayne Barrett placed an order. I'll put the screenshot in the video. February 6th at 5:01. The videos come out at 3 o'clock my time, so 2 hours after you made the first purchase. The bag's going in your box. They are going to be shipping out tomorrow, Tuesday, the 11th. 2/11. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. Check out the t-shirts. Check out the swag. It really goes a long way. There's going to be stickers coming soon. The Patreon. I mean, however you show your support, comments, likes, sharing. I mean, that goes further than you can imagine. Thank you all. I will see you next week.